Hi everybody, Eric here again with another video. Like I promised in my last review of the Hell Batman, we'll be looking at Kamen Rider 01. This is actually the first Reiwa era Kamen Rider. He's 01, Rising Hopper, SH Figuarts figure. Clearly you've seen plenty of this guy in my end title screens. But before I get too much into the figure, let's take a look at his box. Here we have the box for Kamen Rider 01. He is an SH Figuarts, like I said earlier. SH Figuarts Kamen Rider 01 Rising Hopper. You can see here a photo of the figure. The logo for the TV show, Kamen Rider 01. Official Tamashii Nation sticker of quality. You can see Hiden Intelligence. This is from the TV show. This is based a lot on the theme of the TV show, which is like artificial intelligence and like business rivalry and stuff. See that more. Kamen Rider 01. I really do love the aesthetic and the color choices here. See some poses on the back. Very, very good poses you can do with this figure. Of course, some numbers. Bottom, Rising Hopper. Kamen Rider 01 Rising Hopper. I wish I still kept Kamen Rider Vulcan and Shining Assault Hopper. Sadly, I have sold them. Anyway, guys, that was the box. Now let's take a better look at the figure. So here I am back with the figure right out of the box. And I've had this thing for a couple of days now, and I gotta say, every time I look at it, it's super, super nice. Sorry for the sniffling, guys. A little bit of cold, maybe. Could be COVID. Just kidding. This figure does look extremely beautiful right outside the box. It looks just like the TV show. And I know I say it a lot about these figures, the Kamen Riders and Power Rangers, but this thing does actually blow me away. This choice of this like neon yellow green, it is such a crazy color combo with the black and red, but it looks so clean. Like this really does look like somebody in a costume. You know, this is very reminiscent of those SH Figuarts renewal series. That's how good this figure is. But looking at the sculpt, you can see that. Speaking of the head, these beautiful, gorgeous compound eyes. I really do love that it's a very small type of texture. You can see it perfectly in there. You can see all those nice little dotted eyes. He does have a little dot of paint right there on his crown. These red accents are very prevalent throughout the figure. You can see that on his legs, his arms, top of his head. The sculpt, a lot of the body of the sculpt, like Shining Assault Hopper, has this carbon fiber-esque material here. It really does look super nice. It looks better on this one, honestly, than his Rising or Shining Assault Hopper. See that, like I said, everywhere. You can see the 01 driver, painted very nicely, sculpted very well. It's painted all around, really nice sculpting all throughout the belt. You can see some more of that back here. More of that sculpting, and the sculpting is a nice flat color, whereas the rest of the black is a shiny, leather-like looking material. You can see the boots here, very, very true to the figure. But that's basically it for his sculpting. He does have some nice paint, and that would be the silver and the red accents and the paint on here. So that is his sculpt. It does look like a person in a suit. Now let's get on to his accessories. So Kamen Rider 01 doesn't really come with much accessories, and that is beginning to become a trend a lot with these SH Figuarts figures. You guys saw in Kamen Rider Saber, he only came with the sword in the hands, right? Basically the same thing here. So apart from these posing hands that come on the figure, you can see that. I believe these are martial arts hands, actually, as seen on the back of the box. You can see that. His hands like that. These are the default hands. He does come with a pair of holding hands, and these are sculpted super well. They look like little nice leather gloves. They're like trigger holding hands, but they're for accessories that he does not come with. If you guys recall my Shooting Wolf review, he does come with his sword, which is not included with this figure, of course. So holding hands. He has these actual posing hands in order to do his signature pose from the TV show. I'll show you guys how to do a pose in a little bit. He does have one pointed finger hand. Like I said, very nice sculpting on here. This could also be a expression hand, but I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure it's just a pointing finger. And he does come with two fist hands. Now I'll show you guys how to exchange those. Here's a better shot of the hands up close. The other ones that were on his original, these posed hands. Before I take them off, you can see that right there. Really, really nice. But anyway, you just Like every other SH Figuarts, just pop them off. And we're going to put on one of his expressive hands. Just like so. Just like so. There you go. Pretty tight, but they look pretty good. This is one of his posing hands. I'm going to show you a photo of what it's supposed to look like right now. But yeah, that is all of its accessories, guys. Nothing much. A really, really basic figure. Just like Kamen Rider Saber. And just like Kamen Rider Shooting Wolf. Not really anything. And it's kind of the incentive that they make you buy the secondary rider to get his weapon. Anyway, let's move on to the articulation. So one of the standout things about this figure is his insane movability or posability, you know, whatever. This thing is so fluid in motion. I mean, just look at it standing up. It looks so natural. I really love how this thing moves and love the way it looks. Speaking of articulation, let's get into it. The head can go up slightly. Go down. It does have that weird shape of the head, kind of like Kamen Rider Saber. I'll show it later in the video. You can see a universal ball joint head, you know, all the way and anywhere. Arms do go forward all the way, 360. They go up both sides. They're hindered, of course, because of the unique shoulder pad design, but not really. You know, you can still go like this, kind of inner working ball joint. You got an upper arm swivel. Got a double jointed elbow. The 360 hand that goes like this. Full 360, you know, ball jointed wrist. His shoulder pads actually do move independently. You can see that. It slides with the arm. I do love that about this. And one of the standout things for me is his ab articulation. Nothing really, I mean, a bit going forward, just a little bit. Incredible side to side movement. Like, this thing is insane. Look how deep, like how far back you can go. It's a full arc. So really, really nice upper torso movement. Perfect for posing. Legs do go forward all the way. They go back a little bit. They do have the ability to do a full-on split. You know, kind of a split. The detail does go all the way in there, by the way. You can see that. He does have a nice upper thigh swivel. Super clean double jointed knee. And a really nice foot articulation. So rotates, goes, you know, any which way direction. Just got a really, really clean toe joint. Like I was saying at the beginning of that segment, is articulation. You can do some crazy things with him. Like you can get him to do a full-on balanced kick pose. Balance that for you. There you go. This figure can do some crazy things like balance on his own. And you can do even crazier poses like this. Awesome poses like this by itself. I've never had a figure that can move like this and pose like this on my shelf if I wanted to. I did leave him like this for a couple minutes, didn't fall over, and I really do love how organic he is, just how human he moves. This is definitely an A-grade figure. You know, I also got a quick little rider kick pose for his rising impact. You know, he does move. Like, look at the way his, like, this is such a clean pose to get with this figure. If I had a stand, I would show, you know, oh, I got some sculpting on the bottom of his feet, by the way. But look at this clean pose. Super beautiful figure. So now, let's move on to some size comparisons. So here I am back with a couple of Kamen Riders. You can see here Kamen Rider 01 is, you know, a whole like inch or so smaller than Kamen Rider Hibiki. Kamen Rider Hibiki is basically looking down, but this is a model kit. And here he is next to another SH Figuarts. This is Kamen Rider Saber. You can see here, this is a really good pair to have together. It's just that Saber is considerably taller. I mean, it's easier to look at it this way. He is pretty bigger compared to him. But let's look at some other figure lines. So here's the figure next to a McFarlane NECA figure. You can see Geralt just towers over him. Not even close. This is at least a 7-inch figure, and Kamen Rider 01 is 5 inches tall. Here we have him next to a Power Rangers Lightning Collection. You can see Andros towers over him. Not really towers. It could work in scale in some shots, but he is a little bit bigger. So those are the size comparisons, guys. Let's get into some final thoughts. Hey guys, here I am with my final thoughts. I really do love this figure. It is an amazing figure. It is probably one of the best Kamen Rider figures I've ever owned, apart from these figurized model kits. He looks beautiful in scale with Kamen Rider Saber. You can see there, Saber's just a little bit bigger. Just got him some nice standing poses. If anything, this is probably one of the best Kamen Riders to buy. It is pretty expensive on the aftermarket. I did get it for around pretty penny. It was not cheap. I tell you, way above retail price. But it is considerably worth it if you are a fan of Kamen Rider and the Reiwa era in general. That was the review, guys. Rate, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think. And catch you guys later. Peace.